Good evening and welcome to the latest and greatest edition of the Outlaw Racing Series here on NASCAR Heat 3, where tonight we got some short track action dialed up for you here by the Outlaw Racers. We got the 1 mile Richmond Raceway under the lights. It is going to be interesting. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch here. These boys are going to be stacked up on top of each other, making moves, trying to outbreak each other. Drive their way to the front. I'm going to be your host, AJT, and joined with me, as always, my trusted friend and colleague here, Kenseth. How we doing tonight, my friend?
Good. Doing excellent.
Good deal. Ready to get this underway, get back after it. Currently looking down at the guys. They are finishing up their qualifying sessions. We'll have those qualifying results here for you shortly. While we have time here, I'm going to run down the race settings that the boys will be taking to Richmond Raceway with. It's going to be a 50% race at Richmond Raceway under the lights. Tire wear will be maxed out at 4 times normal here. All flags will be on. Lately, the last couple of weeks, not a lot of yellow's been flying. There's been some really good driving here on the Outlaw Racing Series, but as we've seen several times throughout the course of this season, those pit road speeding penalties have or pit road entry as a whole has really hurt some drivers. We'll be watching for that again here tonight and see if that plays into effect. We will be doing some stage racing. There will be 3 race stages. It is going to be 200 laps here tonight at the 1 mile track. Qualifying, the boys are currently in a qualifying session, and then we will re-rack them, line them up, and get after it here under the lights. Damage will be on. That always plays in effect. Got to keep that race car clean if you're going to make it to the finish. Oh, actually, no, I think I'm wrong on that. We will actually not be running damage out. That was a mistake. So no damage here tonight. Stability health off. Custom setups. Yes, these boys are tuned up and ready to roll here. Let's see. And now, while we have some time, let's get into some race picks. Kenseth, I'm 0 for the season on making the right pick, so I'm going to let you go first here, and then I'll pick after that. Who you got here tonight under the lights, buddy?
It's hard to pick because there's good guys in here.
Oh, yeah, I got a bunch of Pro League drivers in here, a lot of heavy hitters. Who you going with, my man?
I think I'm going to go with Smoke.
Solid pick in the 14 Machine Smoke fan. This is his playground. He owns this place. I believe this is his favorite track on the circuit. He might even have the best lap time ever recorded here on the Game on NASCAR Heat 3. So Kenseth will be picking the number 14 of Smoke. Man, now I gotta take a look down here. That was actually, I think that might have been who I was gonna roll with. I'm leaning towards, I know that 17 Machine piloted by Fluffy is going to be there, and they will know that he is going to be out there getting after it with the boys, but I am going to go with the number 1 of Cheesa, not just because I love to say that name, but because he put on a great show last week, brought home the win at Darlington, and I am going to pick the number 1 Chevrolet Camaro piloted by Cheesa to go back-to-back here on the Outlaw Racing Series. That has not been done yet this year. We have no 2-time winners here on the circuit. Cheesa brought it home last week at Darlington in a crazy fuel mileage race where Smoke was leading and ran out of Sunoco going into the final 2 turns and ended up giving up the lead to Cheesa at the end. As we see here, we got qualifying results coming in. I apologize for the blue screen. I'm going to go catch this qualifying order. Do you see the One of them is probably going to be Becky, which is probably going to be the 20. Becky's actually in the 20. That's probably a mistype there. But anyway, we're going to run down your qualifying order here tonight for Richmond Raceway. On the pole will be the number 41 of Chase. Outside was going to be your pick, the 14 Machine of Smoke. Starting in the third running position is going to be the 17 of Fluffy. To his outside is going to be the 1 of Chiza. Starting fifth is going to be the 10 of Galen. And the 18 will be to his outside, which I assume is going to be DK Brown. After that, we have the 4 of Bulldog, and then the 24 of Hangman. Next row is going to be the 88 of Nick, followed by the 62 of Zeggy, making his Outlaw Racing Series debut. And I believe that it will be Becky Lynch rounding out the field. That is going to be your lineup. And we're going to wait on the boys to get it all good to go, get them all in the lobby, and they'll be waiting on invites here hopefully soon. Any last thoughts as we get ready to roll off here at Richmond, Kenseth?
Yeah, they better hit pit road at a certain speed, because pit road, it does not show what speed you have to do to come on pit road. I don't know how many times I've had to guess the speed limit on pit road, because it's never popped up.
Yeah, it usually varies from track to track depending on the track size. I would imagine it'd probably be somewhere in the 35 to 45 mile an hour range here at the short track at Richmond. I know it's 55 on the bigger track, so they're going to have to get her woed up as they come down on the apron on these bank corners here at Richmond and get it down there and on the pit road without getting into any trouble. We've seen guys miss the commitment cone too. That's also been a problem.
And we are on 2019.
Yeah, you got your 19 ready to go?
Yep, I do.
Good deal. We're going to take a short little break here as these guys get it dialed up, and we'll be right back with you here shortly for some Outlaw Racing Series action at the Richmond Raceway.
How's it going, David?
And we are back here as we get set to get rolling here. Looks like the boys got the lobby fired up, making sure everybody joins. Should have some invites out here shortly. Taking a look at this qualifying order. Impressive qualifying effort by the 41 machine of Chase. Outrunning Smoke and Fluffy, two very fast guys here. Put Smoke in that second starting position, but it is going to be the 41 on the pole. Looks like they weren't able to get everybody in that time. I believe they're going to fire back up and see if we can't get everybody in this time and get ready to roll here. I'm excited. I'm ready for the short track.
It's going to be good.
And like we said, it's going to be 200 laps around this 1 mile racetrack. That equals 200 miles here under the lights. 50% race, 4 times wear with stage racing in play here tonight, and caution flags, all flags will be on, of course. I'm going to run down the previous winners here on the Outlaw Racing circuit. This is race number 6 of the season here. We started off in Daytona for the Daytona 500, and DK Brown in the 18 machine is the one who brought it home. In race number 1, he is your Daytona 500 champion. Week 2, we went to Kentucky, where they were 3 wide coming to take the white flag, and it was Chase and the 41 who made it through there on the bottom and ended up bringing home the win that night under the lights at Kentucky. The following week, in week number 3, we went to Michigan International Speedway, where Galen won on where everybody else came down pit road, and he stayed out on the racetrack, shocked everybody, made the fuel stretch, and won by a huge margin. Then the week after that, Atlanta, week number 4, was won by Fast Matt. And then last week, week number 5, Darlington, as we said earlier, Chiza brought that one home on another fuel mileage race. And I wouldn't be surprised if fuel strategy ends up coming into play here in the closing laps here again tonight. And as it turns out, it seems like getting everybody in the lobby is a little bit harder than initially planned. They just backed out again. We're going to try it to get it fired back up and get all these drivers in that we need and get it rolling here. Looking at those previous winners that we just ran down, I'm extremely surprised that neither Smoke or Fluffy has been able to bring one home yet this season. Yeah. But I imagine these guys are going to be up front all night battling it out, and I would not be surprised if one of those two is the winner here tonight. It looks like they got this about set up. I think they got everybody in there, and they're about to be sending out some invites here. And here they come. Apologize for the blue screen. We're about to launch into the race, and it is go time at Richmond.
Are they already in?
Did you get one, buddy?
Yep.
All right, cool. Go ahead and launch on in. Let's do this. Once we load in here, they will be doing one pace lap to get the field lined up in proper qualifying positions, and then the green flag will drop, and they will drop the hammer on that loud pedal and let it eat for 200 big ones here under the lights. And we have arrived. Here is the aforementioned pace lap as we get it set up. Everybody in their spots. There's the 14 settling into that outside front row where he qualified. We need the 41 of Chase up there. Where you at, Chase?
Oh. There he comes.
There we go. Alrighty, looks like it's go time. Any last thoughts as we roll through 3 and 4 here, Kansas?
Hopefully nobody hits that apron.
Yeah, it might not be as slippery as last week at Darlington, but here we go off of turn number 4. Waiting for the green flag to fly. There she goes. Green flag's in the air. We are underway at Richmond. Good jump early for the 41 of Chase. Looking to clear the 14 of Smoke, and he does. Now Smoke's being pressured to the inside. Oh, it looks like we got one around off of 2, but they keep it straight. Smoke falls into that second running position right on the tailgate of the 41. It's Chase with the whole shot, takes over the lead here.
Oh, and look at that. Bulldog.
Is that Bulldog already up to 3rd there?
Yes, it is. Yep.
My man qualified 7th. He's already gained 4 spots and finds himself running in 3rd. That's Cheesa running in 4th and Fluffy in 5th. Oh, we got trouble down through 3 and 4. Trouble for the 20, the 24. The 88 of Nick, 24 of Hangman, the 20 of Becky had some issues there down through 3 and 4 that lap. Oh no, the 10's around down the back straightaway. 42 collects him. Let's see if this brings out a caution flag. No, we are going to stay green here. 41 of Chase continues to be your leader down through 1 and 2.
You figured that would have brought a caution out right there.
Yeah, man, they wadded him up there down the front straightaway, I believe that was, but it was only a 2-car incident. We stay under green here. I don't know where Bulldog came from, but big time moves at the start of this race. He said he's got a good race piece, and he finds himself running in 3rd.
To go from, he was
started 7th. Yeah.
And up to 3rd.
Inside of row number 4 to the 3rd position. He's looking for more. He starts to suck up to the back bumper of the 14 of Smoke. He starts to heat him up. Meanwhile, up front, Chase looks pretty smooth and steady there. Maintains about a car length to a car length and a half lead over Smoke, currently running in 2nd. Bit of a 5-car breakaway here at the front of the field, and that's DK running in the 6th position, trying to hang on to this lead pack. Looks like he's not going to be able to for the time being.
And you got Fluffy going to be battling back there with Cheesa soon.
Yeah, let's do a little rundown here. We got Chase, your leader, followed by Smoke. Bulldog in 3rd, as we said there. Cheesa's in 4th, Fluffy 5th, DK Brown rounds out the top 6 as it stands right now. And these top 3 start to break away from that rest of the field now.
Yeah, Bulldog is right there. One mistake by Smoke. Bulldog's going to go around him.
He has indeed closed the gap on the 14. He's all over him now off of turn number 2. I know it's early on in this race, but these 3 cars are showing their strength here as they start to walk the dog on the field just a bit. Man, that looks pretty bumpy to the.
Starting to pull away from 4th, 5th, and 6th.
They sure are. It looks bumpy on the entrance to 3. Let's watch that here. I saw the cars get a little bit sideways there the last time around. Let's see here. It looks like a tough entry. Man, they're they're bouncing all the way around. That's a tough little entry to turn number 3 there at Richmond. These boys are hanging on to it and rolling out. Looks like Chase is actually starting to extend his lead, make it 2 car lengths down through 1 and 2. Smoke closes up just a touch. Good corner for him, but Chase is maintaining his gap.
So far, it looks like Chase has got a good car.
Yeah, man, put her on the pole, currently leading it. Let's get a lap count here as we cross the start-finish here in stage number 1. Here comes Smoke. 37 more times around here in in stage number 1, I should say. And here comes Smoke, takes a peek to the inside, maybe a little bit of contact, shoves the 41 up the racetrack, and the 41 grabs some wall. Man,
here goes the 4th.
I gotta get up here. Now here comes Bulldog. He's now under the 14. And Smoke grabs the wall down the back stretch. And now new leader, the 4. Bulldog slides up. Smoke looking for a crossover move off of turn number 4. These boys are throwing everything at each other here in the early going of the race. Chase lost a little bit of pace there.
Up front.
Bulldog to the outside, and it is Smoke on the inside. They're still side by side, wheel to wheel on the entrance of 3. Bulldog, can he make it stick up there on the outside? Smoke drives it in hard, but Bulldog battles back on the outside. They're still side by side off of 4.
And that fourth place car, Fluffy, he's starting to catch these.
Yeah, here comes Fluffy now as Smoke is now your new leader. He clears the number 4 off of turn 2. These top 3 are once again stacked back up on top of each other, but you're exactly right there, Kenseth. I'm watching the 17 slowly start to creep into the picture here. Let's see if he can get back up to these guys. Let's see. Estimated fuel showing as 11 more laps here on Bulldog's onboard screen. Shout out to number 4 for carrying that force. And Bulldog clipped the wall off at 2, kind of collected the 41 of Chase, and that allows Smoke to start to walk away from these guys.
And that allowed 4th place Fluffy to close in.
Fluffy does cycle through back to the back bumper of the 41. Bad break there. Bulldog got loose off of 2. Scrubbed the wall just a bit and slowed down the momentum of and the 41. Man, that is rough looking on the entrance to 3.
Yeah, it is. That entrance is turn 3 and 4 is. Oh.
So barring any kind of caution flag here, we will see some green flag pit stops coming up within the next 8 to 10 laps, I would say. Now it looks like Fluffy's got his way around the 41 of Chase. Chase falls back into 4th. Here's the battle for 3rd here. Fluffy has got around.
I'm surprised none of these guys have wiped out hitting this bump right there.
Man, they get sideways on the entrance there. That is definitely tough, and then that outside wall comes at you quickly as the 17 and 41 both catch it there off of 4. The 18 of DK Brown starting to catch up just a bit to these front 4.
Oh, it looks like he's got around Chiza.
Yes, he did. He did get around Chiza. Chiza is now in the 6th spot, I believe that is. Meanwhile, Smoke's got about a 4-car length gap over Bulldog here for the lead. Chase isn't letting the 17 of Fluffy get away from too far here.
And they got DK Brown in the 18 just closing on them.
Meanwhile, up front, it continues to be the 14 show. Your race pick looking pretty good here early, Kenseth. But there's a lot of racing left. Don't get too comfortable there, my friend. There's a lot of time left here tonight.
Oh, there goes DK Brown around Chase. Chase falls back to 5th now. So your top 5 are now is Smoke 1st, Bulldog 2nd.
There goes the 18 of DK around Fluffy. DK takes over that 3rd spot. Fluffy is now in 4th.
Oh, Bulldog is pitting.
Bulldog coming down pit road for a green flag stop, as is the 41, I believe that was.
Right. Yep.
So you follow Bulldog. We'll see how that shakes out. So Bulldog and the 41 of Chase are now on pit road. I'm going to cycle back through here to the leader. We're going to ride with Smoke. Yep. Smoke is staying on the racetrack.
Down pit road, and he's in his stall. I just seen Smoke go by.
Yep, Smoke's still staying on the racetrack here. Oh, no! Big time moment for Smoke on the entrance of 3. Tried to get it slowed down. Oh, and somehow he got it onto pit road. That was wild.
He clipped on pit road. Chiza's on pit road. The 20 of Becky Lynch is on pit road.
Looks like Smoke in the 14
Bulldog
leads.
Coming off.
That's going to be Fluffy right behind him, who's on pit road.
Galen's out on the track still. The 42 of Zeggy filling in for Dagger is still on the track.
All right, so Bulldog was the first one on pit road. The 41 of Chase followed him. But Bulldog had a good pit road entry and exit there. and now takes over the lead. I believe we'll see how it all cycles through here once the 14 and those guys. I believe Bulldog. Okay, so we still got some guys who have not hit pit road yet. Bulldog is currently showing in the 9th position on his live stream here. So we got a bunch of guys that have not come down pit road yet
Smoke
for
is
service.
already off pit road. I did not see his car on pit road. Oh, got a car turned on pit road. That would be Zeggy in the 42. There is 7th place.
The 4 Bulldog starting to catch that is Hangman in the 24, currently running in 7th. I don't believe he's come to pit road just yet. And now he dives under him here trying to get that spot. Bulldog's now in that 7th spot now as it shows right now.
So I think Smoke's still leading.
Nah, I'm pretty sure he cycled through behind the 14 or the 4 Bulldog. So tough to tell and keep up with what's what here. So Smoke is just ahead of the 17 of Fluffy on the racetrack, currently off of turn 4.
Bulldog seems to be closing on the 20 of Becky Lynch.
That is the 20
and the
of
10
Becky.
of Galen.
I don't believe any of these guys ahead of Bulldog have come down pit road. I believe once this green flag stops, cycles through, Bulldog will take the lead, if I'm not mistaken, but we'll see how it all shakes out here. We'll just start to click them down here, currently on lap number 32 of 49 here in stage number 1. We're going to hang out and watch the battle here between Cheesa, Smoke, and Fluffy. Not sure what position this is for.
Bulldog is catching the 20 of Becky Lynch.
Yeah, gotta believe Bulldog's still showing up 6th.
Yep.
Could have been some strategy plays. Don't know if some guys just did gas only without any tires. I imagine Bulldog, I'm pretty sure I saw him taking some tires, so we'll see how it all shakes out here with about 15 laps to go in stage 1.
Man, just riding on board with Bulldog and watching him hit that bump in the entrance of 3. Wow.
Man, it slings the car sideways. The rear end of the car slips out from underneath them. I don't know how these guys are hanging on to. That looks tough.
It does.
Meanwhile, we got a battle for position on the racetrack. Smoke starting to heat up the 1 of Cheesa.
Bulldog has caught the 20 of Becky Lynch.
Yep, that is a battle for position here. Let's see. So strategy already becoming a big-time factor here in the early going of this race. Try to find Bulldog. There he is right there. This is a battle for position on the racetrack as it stands. Bulldog now takes over that 5th spot as he gets by Becky Lynch on the inside. Oh, I called that a little too early. They're still side by side down there through 3 and 4. And now Bulldog takes it. Becky looking for the crossover. Not going to be able to make it happen. He falls in behind Bulldog in 6th.
So Bulldog is 5th. Just got to figure out who's leading now.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that one, buddy. Man, that is a violent entry down there in 3.
You would think with the way they're hitting that, it'd tear the suspension or something on that car.
Oh, these boys got them dialed up just right. They know exactly what they're doing here.
Time to go.
Yep, 10 to go here in stage number 1. Looks like the 14 of Smoke has indeed got around Cheesa for position now, as these three continue to battle here on the racetrack.
Bulldog is definitely closing in on Galen for 4th place.
Man, I have no idea who the leader could be.
It's so hard to tell who's leading and who's not after all the green flag.
So it looks like the 18 of DK and the 42. That's not sure. Are actually in front of Bulldog here. There's DK up
Fluffy
there.
is in 3rd, Galen's in 4th.
There it is. Okay, yeah, so Fluffy's in 3rd. So that means Smoke's the leader. That's what that means.
Yep.
That means Smoke just got by the 1 of Cheesa for the lead. Here we are in the closing laps here. We'll see how many we got. This is the battle for the lead as Fluffy takes a peek to the inside of Cheesa for 2nd here. Slide job. Slides it up in front of Cheesa. Here comes the crossover by the 1. Can he get back to the quarter panel?
5 to go.
5 more times around. So Smoke is currently running in 1st, and 2nd now belongs to Fluffy. 3rd is the number 1 of Cheesa. Galen is currently running in 4th in that number 10 machine, and Bulldog is in 5th in the 4. Smoke starting to walk away here in the closing portions of stage number 1.
It looked like Bulldog was catching Galen, but Galen's opened a gap on him now. Three to go. But for Smoke, that would be 2 to go.
Yeah, I think that's going to be 2 to go. He might be coming to take the white flag this time off of turn 4. Then the next time around it will be the green and white checkers, I do believe. We're going to call it one more time around here in stage 1.
And hopefully we're right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think this is at the end of stage 1 right here. Yes.
It indeed is.
Stage 1.
Smoke is your stage 1 winner here at Richmond. Fluffy takes that 2nd spot. Cheesa finishes in 3rd. Galen's going to finish in the 4th spot, and Bulldog's going to round out your top 5 here in stage number 1. Smoke had a wild entry to pit road for his green flag stop. Got it all the way down to the inside guardrail there on the corner and then snapped it to the right, but somehow got it back down on the pit road quickly and got himself out there and ended up winning stage number 1. Let me get this down here. Stage 1, Smoke. And to recap your top 5 there in stage 1, once again it was Smoke, followed by Fluffy in 2nd. 3rd belongs to Cheesa. Galen finished in position number 4, and then Bulldog rounded out the top 5. And that is exactly how they line up right here for the stage 2 green flag. And there she goes. Green flag's in the air. Stage 2 is on her way at Richmond.
I wonder how many of these guys almost got caught.
Oh, looks like we got trouble. DK's around there on the front stretch off the green flag. Looks like he got tangled up with a 42. And caution number 1 is on the racetrack there off the jump in stage 2. Not sure what happened there. It looked like the 42 and the 18 kind of tangled there once that green flag flew, and the yellow flag flew not long after that.
Now, during the green flag stops, I wonder how many of these guys got that pit road penalty for speeding or did they actually get it rolled down enough so they didn't get the penalty?
Looking down on the onboard, looks like Fluffy is going to be pitting from second. We'll see if there's any other takers here. This could shake things up here. Cheese is coming in. So Fluffy and Cheesa did indeed come down for service. Smoke and Galen stayed out on the racetrack, as did Bulldog, and that is your top three. And we're back underway here at Richmond. Big time jump there for Galen in the 10. Not sure he's going to be able to make it stick. Oh, he drove it in there hard, flies it up the track, but does fall into that second position. Oh, contact between Bulldog and Becky. Oh, no, they're wadding him up down the backstretch. It's the big one at Richmond. There is no way this thing is still green. Oh, my goodness.
There it is. It looks like.
No, sir. No, sir. We stay underway here. The survivors there are Smoking the 14. Running in second is the 10 of Galen. I believe that is Fluffy there running in third.
That is crazy. That many cars and no caution.
Man, they were wadding them up there, but I guess they got them all straightened up and righted back.
Well, we've seen this before. They wrecked, no caution.
Well, off the that first caution, that was only a 2-car incident there. We had several cars involved down the back straightaway, and it doesn't fly. It's just a weird thing with this game, man. I don't know. The cautions fly when they feel like it. It's unfortunate, but that's how it is when we roll out. So that's the 88 of Nick, who finds himself running in fourth. Behind him is the 24 of Hangman, who now sees his top 5 for the first time tonight.
That puts Bulldog back to 8th place.
Yeah, bad break there for the 4. Couldn't tell who he got into, but they made some contact, and the 4 went around for a spin.
Yeah, him and Becky Lynch in the 20 made contact. Bulldog went down and hit the inside wall and come back up, made contact with Chase in the 41. And after that, it was just chaos after that.
Chaos but no caution. That's the name of the game here tonight.
Yep. And that's bad for that. I feel bad for Bulldog because he restarted in the 3rd position.
That's exactly what the 14 wanted to see, though. He actually stayed out on the racetrack, and a lot of guys came down, elected to get some service. And those guys that ended up pitting ended up getting the raw end of that deal, as the guys who stayed out, Smoke, Galen, and Fluffy actually, I think, came down for some service. So let's keep an eye on him here, see if he starts making some gains.
It does. He is closing in on Galen in that 10. But Smoke, he's just starting to walk away.
Well, I guess if he did take tires, it wouldn't matter much, because they only ran a half a lap before the yellow flag came out there when Smoke decided to end up staying out.
Looks like we're going to have a battle for second here shortly.
The battle for second is indeed heating up here. Fluffy cycling up to the back bumper of the number 10 machine of Galen. But Galen's holding strong. Oh, big moment there for the 17 of Fluffy off of 2. Don't know what happened. It checked up big time.
Oh, wow.
That almost looked like there was a lag or something. I'm not sure. So now we got the whole field spread out here. Bulldog has made his way up to 6 now. He's got around DK and the 20 of Becky. That's who Bulldog actually ended up tangling with down the back straightaway. Him and the number 20 machine made contact, and he spawned in front of the field down the back stretch. Looks like Bulldog might be coming down pit road now. He is indeed. He's going to be the first taker. Let's jump back up to the front here and find our man Smoke, who's out for a Sunday stroll as it stands right now.
It looks like Bulldog came in pretty hot.
It looked pretty clean to me. I think he got it wound up in time. I think it'll be alright. Following along his onboard here, does not look like he's going to be serving any penalties. I think he'll be good to go here once he gets his service. Looks like a 4-tired Sunoco fuel stop for the number 4 machine. Smoke did this in the first stage. You've kind of pitted after Bulldog and after a lot of the other guys, and ended up taking over the lead and winning stage 1 because of that.
Smoke is just walking away from Galen.
Yeah, Smoke's got a bad fast race piece here tonight. He's been up front since the drop of the green flag. It's going to take something serious to take down this 14.
Oh yeah. Galen's got a gap that opened back to 3rd place, Fluffy. We also have the 1 car down pit road.
Currently on 26 to go here in stage number 2. And it looks like Bulldog is showing 23 laps of fuel. Let's see if he might be able to stretch it here. He kind of short pitted the field there. Now the guys who are going to start to come down will be able to make it on fuel for sure here in stage 2.
The 41 of Chase is on pit road. And here comes Smoke down pit road.
And here comes your leader. He peels off the racetrack from the lead.
That will give Galen the lead now.
That will indeed give Galen the lead. Let me try to find that 10 here. Let's see how long the 10 decides to stay on the racetrack. He will do it for another lap at least.
Let's see if he comes down this time.
He does not.
Oh, he doesn't.
He's going to take another spin around here. We've got the 42 on pit road, the 18 at DK coming down for some service. Smoke is now off of pit road and back onto the racetrack here. Let's see how this all shakes out.
Man, Galen staying out another lap. There he comes.
I believe when it all cycles through here, Smoke is going to retain his lead, and Bulldog, with that early pit strategy, is going to be in second, followed by DK Brown. I know the 24 has not come down for service just yet. Let's see. Here comes the 20 of Becky down pit road. Smoke passes him, collects another position.
Galen is just now coming off pit road. And there goes Smoke.
There you are, the guys that were running 1-2 right before green flag stops. That might be your separation here for the lead once these things cycle through. I think there's still 2 more that have yet to come down here for their stage 2 stop. But then Smoke will inherit the lead shortly after that. Yeah, it's currently reading Smoke, then Galen, then Bulldog of the cars that we know have come down pit road.
And I do believe both Smoke is back to the leader now. Nope, he's in second.
Yeah, he's in second. There's still one more car who's not come down, who's still in front of him. Let's see here.
Now Smoke is the leader. It was Nick in the 88.
It was Nick who had yet to come down, and now he has indeed. And as it cycles out, it is going to be Smoke, then Galen. There's the gap. You're looking at it right here. Almost a straightaway for Smoke here in stage 2. Bulldog is in third. Can't quite see him behind Galen at the moment. Let's see.
And they got 15 laps left.
15 to go. Another thing to keep an eye on is going to be the fuel for Bulldog. He came down a few laps short of the fuel window. We'll see if he can make it stretch here. This is the battle for the third position. We got 3 cars battling out for third. We know Smoke's out to the lead, and then Galen 7 or 8 seconds behind him, but still ahead of these 3 cars who are battling for third here. Not quite in the picture. Let's see if we can see Galen. So this is the best battle on the racetrack currently as it stands. It is the battle for third. It is Bulldog who has the third spot, and then Nick in the 88 and Hangman in the 24 want that third spot. Let's see if they got anything for him here as the laps start to click off here in stage number 2.
Yeah, as soon as Smoke goes around that corner, not look behind him, you cannot see Galen. That's how good he is doing right now. And there's Galen.
The 88 of Nick starting to close up to the back bumper. The 4 gives him a little bit of shove, maybe moves him up the track just a bit. Not enough, but he's there. Let's see if Bulldog can hang on to this third spot. 88's taking a peek to the inside, maybe a little bit of contact. The 4 slides up the racetrack. There goes the 88. They're side by side here on the entrance to turn number 1. Let's see if the 4 can make it stick on the outside, get some kind of drive off. They stay wheel to wheel off the 2. Oh, and Bulldog grabs the wall, slides down to the apron, down the backstretch. He gathers it back up, and not before he loses 2 positions. Nick now finds himself running in third. Hangman in the 24 was also able to get around Bulldog when he had his moment there off of turn 2 down the backstretch. Nice save by the driver of the 4, though, Bulldog.
9 to go. You know Smoke's got the gas to go the rest of the way to the stage.
Yep. Let's go up there, check on him, make sure everything is going as advertised with the 14. It looks like he's starting to come up on some lap traffic here. No pressure out the back. There's Galen in the 10. It's a straightaway lead for the 14.
He's got the 42 of Zeggy and the 20 of Becky Lynch in front of him. Oh, contact in front of him.
And the lappers make contact, and they part the Red Sea for Smoke to get right through. Man, that couldn't have worked out any better there for the 14.
I wonder what happened.
Smoke is approaching the 24.
I wonder what happened because Bulldog is now third, and these 2 are spread out.
Yeah, something happened as I was following along. Something happened to the 24. Because he was running in third. Or no, he was running in fourth right behind Nick in the 88. Let's see if we can go find Bulldog and Nick. There's Bulldog there. Bulldog is indeed running in third. I don't know if maybe there's an incident between the 88 and the 24, but they're way off the pace. The 24 is almost about to get lapped by the 14 now.
Yep.
Man, something big must have happened there. The 24 went from running in fourth to about to lose a lap
laps
here.
to go.
This is probably 2 to go here for Smoke, if I had to guess. Coming to take the white flag here in stage 2.
Because when Bulldog crosses, this will be 3 to go for him.
Yep, I'm
Smoke
going to
is
say
not far behind him.
this is the last lap. I believe Hangman will hang on to his lap here. As Smoke rolls down the back straightaway for the final time here in stage 2. He's got 2 more corners to bring it home, and it looks like he will do just that off of turn number 4. Stage 1 to the 14, stage 2 to the 14.
Final lap right here.
Oh, I called it too early, so it's going to be one more time. You were right. I missed it by a lap there, so this is going to be the final lap here in stage number 2.
And that bump right there. Oh.
You know, this might not even be the final lap. It says 1 lap of fuel remaining for Bulldog. That's what we're looking at here.
There it
That's
is.
not actually the lap
Bulldog.
count. So there it was. There it was.
Smoke wins stage 1 and 2.
It has been a sweep for the driver of the 14 machine here in stages 1 and 2. Let's see if we can get the top 5. Galen ended up bringing it home in second. Waiting on this to pop up here.
We got Bulldog fell back to 6th.
And then Bulldog got cycled back to 6th.
So it went
DK finished 3rd, Nick 4th,
Smoke,
and Chase.
Galen, DK, Nick, Chase.
Don't know what happened there. We were riding along with the 14. Somehow those the guys that were running in positions 3 through 5 had an issue, and the 24 was way off the pace. Bulldog took over that 3rd position, but not for long. He also had an incident there in the closing laps of stage 2 and ended up finishing the stage in the 6th running position here.
Something must have definitely happened to that 17 because he's been sitting on pit road.
Looking down at the onboard, every single car is coming down for service here. It is going to be, I want to say 120 laps here in stage number 3. We'll see though. Green flags in the air. We're stage 3 racing at Richmond. Smoke starts on the inside. Galen's been able to get a pretty good
looks
jump.
Like that's 3 wide back there, 4. Oh.
They are 3 wide. That's Hangman to the bottom, Bulldog in the middle, Nick to the outside. A little bit of contact, but Nick hangs on to it. Oh, they might be around down there in the backstretch. Meanwhile, up front is the 14 of Smoke, jumps out to his lead. Galen pressuring him in second. That's Chase, who had an issue early in the race but had a strong car. Put it on the pole. Watch out for the 41 here in stage 3.
Here comes Bulldog.
And Bulldog gets around him for 3rd. Really good racing here in the middle of the pack. Bulldog with a big time fire off here in stage 3. Jumps it from 6th to 3rd.
Contact. Look, the 41 said, I'm coming through.
But the 41 was trying to get that spot back from Bulldog, and he does. He slides it up in front of Bulldog. Executed to perfection there. He gets his 3rd spot back. Watch out for the 41 here in stage 3. He had some issues in the early going in the race. Went to the back. He is now all the way back up here, currently running in that 3rd position. Let's go up here and ride along with your leaders. Galen is not letting the 14 sneak away just yet, but man, that 14 has been hot to trot tonight. She's hooking and booking. It might take an act of God to get around this guy.
I believe that's true. Oh, it looks like the 41 put the wall. Bulldog will take back 3rd. Here comes DK Brown.
These guys are not giving it up here for the 3rd spot. They're still stacked on top of each other. You got Bulldog, DK, Chase, Hangman, and Becky.
They can't decide who wants it.
Bulldog back to that 3rd spot. DK with a run on the outside. Oh, no!
Oh, reckon.
Bulldog had a moment there. Oh, Bulldog lost it by himself. I'm looking at here on the stream.
Yep.
That caused him to fan out down the back straightaway. No. The 4 car spun it around on the exit of 2. And that collected some other cars, but we are going to stay under green here. Tough break for these guys here in stage 3. Meanwhile, up front, there's your gap.
That's a tough break for that number 4. He was battling for that 3rd place spot. Looks like it just got loose on him and it turned sideways.
Here's the gap here for the lead, and the 14 is starting to expand that gap between himself and the number 10 of Galen and the rest of the field.
And then you got the 18 of DK Brown in 3rd. Chase.
So DK made it around there, as did Chase, but they must have got collected just a little bit when Bulldog lost it off at 2. And then a bunch of other cars were also involved in the back portion of the pack there. So now we once again find ourselves with a 2-car breakaway at the front of the field.
Yep, Chase is 4th. And then after that, in 5th place is Hangman in the 24th.
There you go. That is your top 5. Smoke first, Galen second, DK in 3rd, followed by Chase 4th, and then Hangman in the 24 rounds out the top 5 as it stands here in stage number 3. And riding along with the 41 of Chase as he tries to catch back up to the 18 of DK. Pretty evenly spread out 1 through 4 here at the front of the field now as it stands.
And on the onboard camera with Bulldog, it looks like he's catching 7th, 6th, and 5th.
Yeah, he looped it around there. Let's see if he can get back in the action here. Might take some strategy to make something happen here. But the 14 is checking out here. I've not seen him have one moment all night. This dude has been locked in, as has his race car.
He started 2nd, and look at stage 1 and 2. He's leading stage 3.
Man, I want to see that 41 get up there, see if he's got anything for the 14.
Well, it seems to look like 41 is starting now to reel in DK Brown.
Let's go find that battle. We're now following along the 41 machine of Chase as he tries to catch back up to the 18 machine here. Man, I can't get over how brutal that is on the entry to turn 3. 2 completely different corners here. Real smooth down through 1 and 2. But man, when they fired off in there off the back straightaway into turn 3, that rear end kicks out sideways. Huge bump on entry. That's been upsetting the cars all night long. Uh-oh, DK scrubs the wall a little bit down the front straightaway, allows the 41 to catch up ever so slightly, gains a car length. 41 drives it in hard, maybe picks up another car length down through 1 and 2. He's closing the gap here for the 3rd spot. 41's got a good piece, man. We just need to get him stacked back up somehow.
And see if he can be right there and hang with the leader, Smoke. Because I think if anybody can hang with Smoke, there's 3 cars, 3 guys, at least 2 guys, I mean, that can hang with Smoke. That would be Chase and Bulldog. Get them 3 back up there. I think it'd be a good race for the lead.
I agree.
As fast as those 3 cars are, it'd be one good race for the battle for the lead.
Bulldog's always entertaining to watch, man. He's always got something going on. He drives the wheels off of that thing. Just got a little too aggressive, looped it around off at 2. And unfortunately, that's kind of how the field has been separated here in stage 3.
78 laps to go.
78 more times around. Looks like we got 8 laps of fuel showing on Bulldog's onboard.
Smoke has got he's just opening the gap on Galen.
Man, this dude is putting on an impressive run. We called in the pre-race. This is his playhouse, and I do believe he has the fastest lap ever set here. He's showing it tonight. This guy is so talented. He's a Pro League driver and the NASCAR Heat 3 Pro League. And he is displaying his skills here on the Outlaw Racing Series here tonight. He's trying to go wire to wire here at Richmond. Even though he did not have the fastest time to start on the pole,
As soon as the race started, he just launched that 14 car. That 14 car is a rocket.
Meanwhile, it looks like the 18 of DK has slipped away from the 41. The 41 was closing in on him. Oh, and here comes the 41. First taker on pit road. Could this be the move Chase needs to make? We still got a bunch of laps here. 70 plus to go. They will have to make several green flag stops here. If not, one more after this, maybe two more after this. I'm not quite sure on that.
Like I said, the 17 car, he's just sitting on pit road.
Yeah, 17 has left the race. I believe Fluffy's no longer in here. Oh, the 10 had some contact trying to get it on the pit road with him and DK. DK was unaware that the 10 was trying to come down for service. Made a little bit of contact, maybe lost some time there. Let's try to cycle through here and find our leader, the man Smoke, and see when he decides to come down here.
Looks like DK's going to come down pit road this time. Our onboard camera with Bulldog, he's stretching it.
No, I'm seeing that now as I look down. He is stretching it. His fuel light is on. He's got to come this time. Oh, man, Bulldog's looping it around. He's got no tires, no gas, no nothing. He somehow gets it on the pit road.
And here comes your leader, Smoke, down pit road.
And now here comes the man with the plan down pit road for his green flag stop here in the beginning portions of stage number 3.
I think after all the pit stops cycle out, Smoke will probably be your leader still.
Yeah, I would imagine so. He had built up at least a straightaway on the number 2 runner, Galen. He should easily be able to hang on to it here. Oh no, Smoke sped. Word from race control said Smoke sped on entry. This could change everything.
Oh, he did not need that.
Oh no. I believe he's going to be getting held here. Let's see how long. Where's Galen? We got to Galen. We need to find the 10. We need to see if he gets around the 14 of Smoke.
There goes Bulldog. Smoke is coming out now.
Oh no, this could be the shakeup that we saw coming.
Smoke is back to 7th, not 8th.
I never saw Galen get around him, so I'm not sure. There's Smoke down through 1 and 2 there. And Galen.
They have 67 laps to go. As fast as Smoke is, I can see him getting his spot back.
It's possible, man, but if this thing stays green, it's not going to be an easy task for him. He's currently being shown in the 7th running position, and everybody had come down pit road before him. We mentioned it in the pre-race, you got to get it down to pit road speed, and the 14 did not do it. The only thing he couldn't do, he had a straightaway on the field and ended up speeding on entry to pit road. I cannot believe that. So it's got to be, I assume that Galen is the leader. I'm going to see, hopefully Bulldog will
Smoke is reeling in Bulldog for 6th place.
Yeah, so Bulldog's in 6th. So as it stands, I want to call Galen the leader.
Bulldog is now 5th. That will put Smoke 6th.
Oh, we got a cone on the racetrack. Where's the debris cache?
The 41 is on pit road again.
Kenseth, follow along with Bulldog. See if you could see him bring us the leaderboard there. I want to say that Galen is the leader, and that must be Nick in second and DK in third. About a half a straight behind the 10 right there, as you saw of Galen, who I believe is the leader at this very moment.
The 41 must be out of the race because he is sitting on pit road. That's 2 drivers down, Fluffy and Chase.
Absolutely the only thing the 14 couldn't do there is what he ended up doing. I cannot believe he did that. He's currently being scored in the 6th running position. We know Bulldog is in 5th. That's him right ahead of Smoke, as you see there on the screen. Looks like we've lost the 41 as well.
Waiting to see if he puts it where I can see who's in 4th.
Yeah, just
3rd.
keep paying attention to that so we can catch that and make sure we can confirm that for those following along with us. That's the one cheese out in front of Galen.
Bulldog keeps looking behind him. He knows Smoke is coming. With 59 laps to go.
59 more trips around Richmond here. They're going to be clicking these laps off pretty quickly here at this racetrack. Come on, Bulldog. Throw us a bone. You're a dog. We need to see that leaderboard. It's possible that Chiza is actually the leader here.
Smoke is right there.
And I just can't tell. Smoke does get around Bulldog there for position. That is position number 5 that Smoke has just got. Come on, man. I need to see who's...
Come on, Bulldog.
Now Galen has indeed got around the 1 of Chiza, with DK starting to close up into the picture there. Man, I could be wrong about Galen and Chiza too, because that's Bulldog and Smoke out in front of them. I gotta figure this out.
Oh, come on. I thought he was going to fill the lineup, but he went right back to his heel.
Unless that's Galen almost coming around a lap. It's possible that Galen could be almost lapping these guys, because they were pretty far behind. Then Smoke ended up serving it. I believe it's a 15-second pit road speeding penalty. And with 20-second laps, you could just about lose that lap.
Yeah.
And Bulldog, well, it was in 8th place, I believe, when he came down for service. So I want to say that the 10 is your leader right now. He was in 2nd. By a pretty good margin over the rest of the field, 3rd on back. So it's got to be the 10 that's the leader.
Yep. Waiting to see the running order.
I believe these are your top 4 cars right here, and they are battling. They're pretty close to each other. It's Galen and Chiza, DK Brown, and I believe that's Nick. This has got to be your top 4. And if it is, we got a dandy that's shaping up here at Richmond. Come on, Bulldog. Hook us up, man.
Yeah, if Galen's the leader, man, he's right there behind him.
DK shoves it down under Chiza, takes that spot from him, and he's starting to cycle up to the back bumper of the 10 of Galen. Oh, and contact between Nick and Cheesa. Nick gets into Cheesa. Cheesa goes up the racetrack. Nick takes the spot. That is the 88, right, Nick? Yes,
But
it
the
is.
thing is, Smoke can go longer than. Oh, we got a battle for the lead. We do.
That is the battle for the lead. That is the battle for the lead. It's got to be. New leader, the 18. He gets around the 10 of Galen. Where did DK Brown come from?
And the thing is, Smoke stayed out longer than the leaders, so they'll have to pit again, and then Smoke
yeah, but not
possibly
by
lose the
much.
lead.
And I don't think to where that could shake anything up. And like we said, he had to serve that pit road speeding penalty. Now the 88 and Nick takes a peek to the inside of Galen. They're side by side off of 2. Nick slides up in front of him, takes over that second spot.
Here comes 10 of
The
Galen
10's coming down for service now.
The 20 is on pit road of Becky Lynch.
I believe we got 43 more laps to go
The
here at
18
Richmond.
is coming to pit road.
18 slowing it down, comes down pit road. The
Cheesa
88
stays
of
out.
Nick. The 88 of Nick follows him down. We're going to go right along with
one of
Cheesa here
Cheesa
until he
stays
comes
out.
down.
That will put Smoke to third, Bulldog to fourth.
Cheesa is staying out on the racetrack. He's going to stretch out. These boys he should have at least 5 to 7 laps of fuel left here in this run. He might run it out here for a couple more laps. Have a little bit fresher tire here for the end once he comes down for service.
Now that will cycle. Here's your top 5. First place is Cheesa. Second place is Smoke. Third place is Bulldog.
Yep, those 2 have not come down again since their last stop. Everybody else has.
There comes Cheesa to overlap the 88 of Nick. And
He's not going to be able to get around them. These 2 guys, the 18 and the 88, had already come down for their service. Cheesa has yet to do that. The 18 of DK wins the race off of pit road over the 88 of Nick. Cheesa riding this one out a little bit. Continues to stay on the racetrack here.
And on our in-car camera, it shows Smoke first, Bulldog second, Hangman third, DK Brown fourth.
Yep, so
and
that means
Cheesa fifth.
Yep, that means DK.
Oh, Smoke, Bulldog got around Smoke. But here comes Smoke on the back strip. Man. We got a battle here for the lead. Smoke is your Bulldog is your leader. Smoke is back to second. With 37 laps to go.
Man, I don't know if this is the right play for the 1. He's losing a bunch of ground to the 18 of DK. The 1's got to come down pit road. He stays out again.
Looks like Smoke is slowing down, possibly saving fuel.
He could be. He could be.
Here comes the leader of both Bulldog and Smoke are on pit road.
Yeah, they needed to come down. Bulldog has no fuel. He's run out his fuel. He's got to come down. So I believe when the cycle's through, the 18 of DK is going to take back over the race lead. With the 88 of Nick rolling with him here in second. The 88 starting to close up to the 18 just a bit. I believe this is the battle for the lead as it stands on the racetrack right now.
Smoke and Bulldog are off pit road, and Bulldog comes out first ahead of Smoke.
This battle is heating up here.
Yep, this is your battle for the lead.
Oh, and DK into the wall. Oh, no! Slows up the pace of the 88, but he hangs on to it. DK scrubbed the wall in the entrance of 3. Kind of collected the 88.
Chiza is in second.
I don't know why it's not scoring Nick, but he's got to be in second.
Chiza is just out hitting pit road.
.30 laps to go at Richmond. Yeah, as it stands now, Bulldog and Smoke have cycled back to the 7th and 8th running positions, respectively.
Yep.
Man, kind of a bad deal there for the 88. He would close the gap considerably. He was all over the 18 until the 18 had a little bit of a moment there on the entry to 3.
Bulldog is giving Smoke one heck of a battle for this 7th place. 6th place now. Oh, there was contact between Chiza and Bulldog. Bulldog clipped the back of Chiza and he went around.
Bad break for the 1 there. Is there any way the 10 could be your leader?
That's what I'm wondering. Because Chiza was second when he came down pit road.
If these guys don't catch the 10, he might be the leader as it stands. Let's see if it looks like they're making any ground on him.
If Smoke wouldn't have got that penalty, he would have been still leading this.
I think the 10 is the leader as it stands. He probably made a strategy call in terms of tires there on pit road.
Yep.
But the 18 starting to heat him up here. This has got to be for the lead. I believe 10 of Galen is currently...
Bulldog got a little bit squirrely on the backstretch.
I'm going to call this the battle for the lead. These 3 cars are your top 3.
Nick is in 5th. Nick is in 5th.
Nick is in 5th.
Yep.
Okay. So that means that DK would be in 4th, Galen in 3rd. The 18 gets around the 10 of Galen. Now the 88's trying to follow the 18 through around the 10. And he does. The 10 gives up the spot there to the 88. Bad deal there for the 42.
Now that makes you kind of wonder who the leader is.
It could be 2 cars that haven't come down yet, but man, I don't know. Who's up in front of these guys here? Not anybody for a while.
There's Hangman. There's Becky Lynch.
DK's got to be the leader. He starts to stretch out a little bit of gap over the 88 too. Oh no, and the 18 lost control. Allows the 88 to get around. He gets pawned by the 10. 18 and the 10 are around in 3 and 4. And that puts them both down pit road. So
Smoke is 5th. Bulldog is 6th. See where they're at over here.
So that's got to give the lead to the 88 of
Smoke
Nick
is
then.
4th. Smoke is 4th. And Bulldog is 5th.
All right, Bulldog, switch it over here for us, man. That would really help us out right now. I want to say the 88's leading. I want to say Nick is leading. There was a big-time moment there between DK and Galen. DK got in the wall, got sideways. Now here comes the 88 down pit road. So it looks like that deal might not hurt those guys too bad.
Okay, Smoke is now 3rd. Bulldog is 4th. Smoke is now 2nd. Bulldog is... Nope. The lead is switched. Smoke is your leader now.
Yeah, because these guys came down pit road for service. That means that the 88 is your leader. It looks like he took a splash of fuel and go.
Smoke is your leader with Bulldog breathing down his neck. Bulldog is there. See how many laps we got to go.
Oh man, it's showing 12 laps of fuel for Bulldog with 15 to go. They're currently running 1-2, him and Smoke. Oh, big moment for the 88 and Nick by himself. Oh, it's a lag or something.
Oh.
So as it stands right now, this is indeed the battle for the lead. But these guys do not have enough fuel. They can't run each other too hard here.
Bulldog's telling Smoke, I want this. The way he's battling.
But you can't push each other too hard here. So as it stands, it was Nick.
Hangman is 3rd.
Yep.
A lap down. Smoke and Bulldog are the only ones on the lead lap right now.
Yeah, because everybody else has come down for a second green flag stop here in stage 3.
And look what the fresh tires do. Fresh tires.
Yeah, 24 should be able to get around these guys and drive off. He does, but they are not worried about him whatsoever. The 24 gets his lap back there. These two, the 14 and the 4, are trying to make it stretch on fuel. So if they are indeed able to make it here, this is the battle for the race lead and the race win right here, right now.
This is a good battle. 11 laps to go. This will be them coming to get 10 to go. Right here.
Man, if they could pull this off, that would be a rabbit out of the hat for these two guys. Both had some issues earlier in the race, fell way back, but they would be making one last pit stop than the entire field has made the whole race. Bulldog taking a peek to the inside, thinks better of it, falls back in line, but he's not letting the 14 get away. He's pushing him hard here, takes a peek to the inside, oh, and they touch, smokes up the racetrack. The 4 gets around them, new leader, the 4, Bulldog. And these guys are getting hounded by guys with fresh tires. That's going to make it even harder for them. The 20 of Becky and the 1 behind. Smoke's looking back behind Bulldog. Oh, and they touch again down through 1 and 2.
Here comes the lap car of Becky Lynch with fresh tires.
Man, that's throwing a wrench into everything here. Not only does he have to hold off the 4, he's got to hold off these guys.
DK goes around. DK Brown went around in the 18 car, right in the
Smoke for the moment is holding off these guys on fresher Goodyears. He's got 2 cars in between him and the 4 now, but I'm not sure how much longer he can hold off the 20 and the 1 behind him. Yeah, it'd be smart to let these guys go by before you get into any trouble.
This right here shows you how much better having 4 fresh Goodyears will do against worn tires.
It's going to be 6 laps to go here.
Oh, Bulldog. No, he took the Bulldog as your leader now.
Bulldog back to the lead, 5 to go.
And these 2 want this race. Oh, looks like Bulldog's starting to gap.
They have saved enough fuel. There's 5 to go and 5 laps remaining fuel for Bulldog. As he takes the 4 to go, 4 more times around Richmond. He's built up a gap between him and Smoke. The 1 of Cheese that got into Smoke just a little bit, moved him up the racetrack, and that allowed the 4 Bulldog to get around him. Down the back straightaway, through 3 and 4, coming to take the 3 to go this time by. Bulldog's got a pretty healthy gap over the 14. Might have done a better job of saving fuel here. 3 more times. Smoke has fallen off the pace big time. He might just be trying to make it to the end of the race here. I think Bulldog has done a better job of saving fuel here. 2 to go for Bulldog at Richmond. What a job this number 4 machine has done. He was 3 laps short. He has saved the 3 laps of fuel. Down through 3 and 4, coming to take the white flag. There she goes. She's waving. White flags in the air. 1 to go at Richmond. The 4's got it.
Yeah.
His fuel light is on. He's got to nurse it around here. He's just got to make it back. Does he have enough Sunoco to make it to the end here? Down the back straightaway for the final time at Richmond through 3 and 4. Off of turn number 4. Checker flag is waving. It's in the air. Peterman, come on, Bulldog. What a job by the 4. That was the difference there at the end. He did a better job of saving than Smoke did. Him and Smoke.
Bulldog, Smoke, and Hangman is your top 3.
Stage 3. Wow.
Another good run by Hangman. I will give you that.
He might have been the only one that, oh no, him and Becky were the only ones to finish on the lead lap with Bulldog and Smoke.
Yeah. Bulldog pulled off, Smoke pulled off those 2 impressive stage wins and just didn't have enough there at the end.
Wow. What a job, Bulldog. Congratulations to the 4.
Definitely. Congratulations. Okay, let's see. Oh, looks like Bulldog had the fastest lap.
By a considerable margin there. That is wicked fast around Richmond. My goodness. So your top 5 here tonight at Richmond. Bulldog pulls it out in fuel conservation mode. Smoke finishing 2nd, Hangman in 3rd, Becky in 4th. Those were the only 4 that finished on the lead lap there. Like we said, Smoke and Bulldog pitted one less time than the rest of the field did there. Bulldog was able to make it stretch there at the end. Hey, there he is. He's getting a good chuckle out of this one. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second here. Let me get over here and pull up the number 4 machine. Hey man, take a breath. You got the checker flag.
That's a lift off my shoulders, man. I didn't take a breath there for about 10 laps.
Dude, we
Well, I just want to say
saw you were a few
congratulations.
laps short there, if not 3 or 4 laps in the beginning of that final run there. Yeah, I know you and Smoke pitted one last time than everybody else. How did you make that stretch? Meanwhile, also getting around the 14 and making it happen there at the end, take home the checker flag, buddy.
Well, man, I saw from a couple early runs where I had to push it, and I knew it would make it 30, just having the lift around there. So I kind of figured that last 70 lap run, that when we got to 70 laps, if I could make those 2:35 laps, I'd had it. I decided to push a couple laps sooner than Smoke did right there, and was able to get the gap and just brought her home.
Did he actually end up running out there? Did you know he fell way off the pace and you started to walk away there at the end?
I don't know. I think he was still having to save it because he pushed it a little bit, when we got out of the pits to get past me.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kept saving it. I switched it into third there to get back up to him originally. And when I got back by him, he got back by me. We traded position right there, and I just kept her in fourth and saved it. And as soon as I had enough, I went.
You went. That's exactly what you did. But not only did you have to save fuel, hold off the 14, you also had to hold off the dudes that were on fresher tires that were blowing by y'all, man. You had everything to deal with and then some there in the closing laps.
Yeah, it was definitely. Me and Smoke actually put those guys when we stayed out right there. They was a lap down.
Yeah.
So I knew, if I could separate myself right through there and just build the gap, I had it.
So the race.
The big problem was right there.
Go ahead, bud.
The big problem was right there is I was just hoping the tires was gonna hang off.
Man, we saw you
got
slipping
down
and sliding all over the place a couple times in the race, man. It looked like you had kind of burnt down the rubber to all the way to the wheel well, man. I don't even know how you did that. But the race-winning move, it turned out down there through 3 and 4. It looked like Smoke and I believe it was Cheese that kind of made a little contact that allowed you to slide under and end up getting by him, and you never looked back from there.
No, I was just at that point. I actually was still about a half lap short. I decided to go, and I just was hoping the game was gonna let me save my left, and it did.
It did. Somehow you had enough fuel in the tank. That was a big Stones move by the 4 machine, making that call, holding off the 14 who had the fastest piece all night. I still don't know how you did that. Congratulations to you, brother. Go catch your breath. Get a drink or something, man. I'm a little worried for you.
Yeah, congratulations, Bulldogs.
This one's been a long time coming. I've had a lot of bad luck and a lot of up and down finishes. Back out of that race last night, and this one's it.
You've had a lot of bad luck, but you've had a fast car every single week. You've been at the front of the field, pretty much in contention every single time you put that number 4 machine on the racetrack, and it finally paid off for you there tonight, man. I'm proud of you. The only thing I'm upset about is that I didn't pick you this time.
Who did you pick?
It doesn't matter. Whoever I pick loses.
That's
why I didn't pick you, because I was putting that reverse juju on you.
Reverse juju on you.
Yeah, so I did that on purpose for you. So I'll actually take credit for that win that the Ford pulled off there tonight.
You have it.
Yeah, whatever.
You have it as long as I got it.
But yeah, man, congratulations. Hell of a run. I can't believe you pulled that off there at the end. That was really fun to watch. Proud of you, brother. Congrats on the win.
Thanks.
Yep,
I appreciate it, man. Adios.
That was your winner there, the Ford. Let's see if I can get these other 2 guys in here. They may be too disappointed to talk. We'll see. Top 3 was Smoke and Hangman. Apologize for the blue screen. I'm going to try to get these guys in here real quick. Do you have Hangman on your list? I don't have him on mine here, Kinza. I sent Smoke an invite. So we'll give these guys a couple minutes to get in here if they so choose for a post-race chat, but I'm sure Smoke is extremely disappointed. I know he was had every intention of going wire to wire here. Let one stage 1, one stage 2. Then it was that speeding penalty that ended up costing him the race. If he didn't do that, I don't think anybody had anything for him there. But that's how it shook out. He did get that penalty, and it was an exciting finish there at the end between him and Bulldog. I can't believe they did that, pitting one less time than everybody else on the track did. That was wild.
It was.
Well, let's see. It looks like.
There, I just suggested.
All right, let's see here. Oh, there's Smoke right here. Smoke is now joining us up here in the booth. Disappointing end to a dominant night for the number 4 machine. Walk us through the closing laps there. Did you have enough fuel? And how'd that end up playing out there at the end for you, buddy?
Car was junk all night, dude. Never really was
Car's
happy
junk.
with
Get out of here.
it. I swear, bro. I was about a tenth off of where I normally am, so car was trash. I was fine though. I fucking spit. I didn't mean to cuss, sorry. I spit on the last pit stop, and so the only choice I had was to go on fuel strategy.
Dude, you
And
had
the car
a
just got
straightaway
too
on
fast.
the field there, and we were following along. The only thing you couldn't do was speed on entry, and you ended up getting that black flag, but you made a whale of a job recovering from that, driving it up through the field. I know you and Bulldog pitted one last time than everybody else. Talk about the fuel-saving mode, and then the battle that you had there with the 4 at the end and the closing laps.
I just had to save a little more than he did at the end. I tried to run the first couple laps hard to not lose too much time to the guys on the other strategy, hoping they wouldn't run us down there at the end. And just, I had like a 4th place car tonight, dude. Car was trash. That's all I got to say. I hated that car tonight.
All right, we'll roll along with that. I'll think differently. I'll let you call it trash. That thing was hooked up, in my opinion. Just didn't end up shaking out your way there at the end, but they knew that the 4-team machine was there tonight. Congrats on a good run, brother. I know that's not how you wanted it to end, but one stage 1, one stage 2, and finished in 2nd, man. All things considered, not bad. I know you wanted that checker flag, but always got a chance next week to get back after it.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, guys.
You got it, my friend.
I will say, Smoke, you were my pick.
Yeah, well, sorry to let you down, brother.
No worries here. Proud of the run that you had there, my friend, in the 14. Yep. I know you'll be back in business, ready to roll next week. Congrats on the good run. Thanks for joining us up here in the booth post-race.
Yeah, sure. You have a good one.
You got it, man. And now we're going to chat with the 3rd place finisher, Hangman. Hey, man, good run there. I know you're waiting on those boys to run out of fuel or something, because if that did happen, it was going to be the 24 that was going to bring it home here tonight. Just walk us through the ending portions of that race there for you, and kind of what your thought process was there at the end.
I had my car set up for. I was thinking I could make up some on the second half of every fuel run. And every time in the first couple stages that it was starting to make up ground, I got caught up in something. Much wrecked it, and then I kept working my way back up. And then I heard them that they had gone to the fuel strategy, so then I really started trying to hammer it. Ready to go, I came in and took a can and a half before. No. Couldn't catch them all, so crossed my fingers hoping they got it.
Yeah, man, like you said, you had a couple tough breaks, but you battled all throughout the race. And ended up being one of only 4 cars that finished on the lead lap there. And if something were to happen to those 2 boys, it was going to be you, man. Impressive run. I know you had got into some contact and some issues there, but you were there at the end, and you had put yourself in position to capitalize if those boys weren't able to pull it off there. So impressive run. Congratulations on the podium finish, and thanks for joining us in the booth, buddy.
Yeah, I was trying to, if that's trash, that's.
Yeah, I know. He can throw that trash my way, and I'll determine that. But that's it. Yeah, you can just slide that on over. But good run here tonight, man. I believe this was your 2nd race here in the Outlaw Series. Is that right? Yeah, man. Thanks for joining the league. We are glad to have you, and we know that the 24 will be a car to be reckoned with here in the closing portions of this season. Thanks again for joining us. Congrats on the good run, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Hope to talk to you.
You
tomorrow.
got it, brother.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
be looking forward to it. We'll be waiting for you here. You just got to do the damn thing. You got. All right. Thank you, man. You too. That was your top 3 here at Richmond tonight. Regardless of how spread out they get throughout the portions of the race, in the end, they always make it interesting and always put on a show. I know I had a lot of fun calling it. Kenseth, you got any closing thoughts before we wrap it up here tonight at Richmond?
It was good. I know if there was a little bit more laps, like you said, or the 4 and the 14 ran out of gas.
Yeah, if there was one more lap, those guys were not going to be able to make it.
24 would have had him.
Yeah, and we would have been talking a whole different deal
Because he was on those 4 fresh Goodyears compared to theirs.
Yeah, he was. We saw him drive through there and make his lap back. He ended up passing those guys. Just didn't have the right strategy there at the end. But all in all, I thought it was.
If that would have happened to those two, the 24 would have took the win, and probably Becky Lynch would have took second.
Yeah, shout out to him. Impressive
He was
run
on.
here for the number 20 machine as well. His second race. I believe he's finished top 5 in both of his races here on the Outlaw Racing Series. So
I think so.
that'll be another car that we'll be wanting to watch moving forward. All in all, I thought it was a good competitive race.
Oh, yeah, it
Lots
was.
of action, strategy all over the place. And in the end, it was the 14 and the 4 who played their cards right. But it was the number 4 machine of Bulldog taking home his first win of the season here on the Outlaw Racing Series. Congratulations to him and all of the top 5 finishers there at Richmond Raceway tonight. I know I had a lot of fun. And I'm looking
And like
forward.
I said in the beginning, you gotta watch your speed on pit road.
That black flag is
it's-
what ended up changing the entire outcome of the race there, and
Yes.
forced those guys into the strategy, because Bulldog and Smoke were mired back there in 7th and 8th position, and ended up just going into fuel conservation mode and stretching it out there to the end, and ended up bringing it home 1-2.
And the way Smoke was handling that first stage, second stage, and to have that pit road penalty, that was hard.
Yeah, tough break for him. I know he'll bounce back next week, and I can't wait. I can't wait to get back after it. Thanks for joining me in the booth again here tonight, Kenseth.
Yep.
I had a blast.
Anytime.
Can't wait to do it. Thanks for your help as always. Did a great job.
Yep.
I've been your host, AJT, and we are going to be signing off for tonight. Until next week, thank you all for joining us on the Outlaw Racing Station. This has been the Outlaw Racing Series on NASCAR Heat 3. Everybody have a good night. We'll see y'all next week.